Hello, and welcome to our first proper race of the CTRando Chrono Trigger randomizer. Today we have Carnith, I'm JCO, Sudork, and phone participating. Settings are standard beginner-friendly flags with incentive spots for high-end items. Let's get started. It looks like we have a frog start today, so early Magus Castle is potentially on the table. We don't see a lot of divergence yet. Every runner is still in bed. In a near frame perfect convergence, Phone and Pseudo get out of bed first, with JC slightly behind. Carnith will need to hustle to make up this gap. JC engages in some extended stretching and closes the curtains for good luck. Phone heads to the menu to check his objectives and set his options. We see some minor divergence here, with JC headed to the Truce Mayor's house to get a quick 3 chests. Carnith and Pseudo meanwhile hit up the fair, where we find 3 shops, a mini-boss, and a key item, with the potential for a second key item and character recruit as well. We have a recruit at fair and it's Robo. Our runners will need to find a seed and give it to him to recruit him. Pseudo and Carnith pick up the jerky. We can use this for the jerky trade quest or, if it's an objective, the Xenon bridge check. It is not, however, an objective today, so we likely won't see that. We're seeing a wall ring in the early shops. This is something to remember for later, as Lavos has very high magic damage and a big magic defense bonus can make or break a lower level attempt of the boss. Pseudo peaks Snail Stop and its Rainbow Shell. Our friend JC sees Dalton at the GATO spot and will likely flee out of respect. This can be a very hard mini-boss due to his high evasion, death counter, and HP havening. On the left side of the screen, we saw that Jerky Trade was the Jets of Time item, which will grant early flight access without the need to access and complete the entire Blackbird dungeon. The left side runners and the right side runners seem to be oddly synced up. The left boys are looting 600 AD world chests. Phone heads south, while JC heads up to possibly the castle to check for a prison character. Oh, prison recruit today. We likely will not see this dungeon. We see a Magus at the burrow. His presence here unfortunately blocks access to the chest, but if we recruit him with Mass Immune or move him with Hero Medal, we can see what's inside there. He will also join the party at a minimum of level 20 due to the scaling of that spot. Our left side runners also found a Terra arm with 4 times critical damage at the burrow, so we will be looking for seed for sure. Pseudo turns in his jerky. We do see a Doomsicle for sale, so we may come back to that later. We also found a red mail on the floor of the 600 Adpour shop, which is a big boon for anyone doing Son of Sun or a Tyranno boss. And a free wall ring at Dinodoro Mountain as well. That's pretty huge. Pseudo looks to be headed up the mountain for our first real dungeon of the run. Carnith sees some pretty good chrono weapons and an Ian helm at this shop. Phone looks to be collecting his Jets of Time here. So far temptation has not gotten to our runners. Nobody has purchased the snail shell. Carnith is fighting one of the better accessible grind fights here, while headed up to the castle, possibly to peek the cathedral recruit and get the 2 incentive items from the chef. Phone has been feverishly checking every shop and chest available to him, possibly looking for a frog weapon to get an early offense online. The Kilwalla shelter in the forest is always a shelter and infinitely repeatable, which makes this grind spot even more attractive. Carnith's frog learns heal and slurp cut. Not the best text to start with, but we can probably make it work. By default in this randomizer, tech damage rando is enabled and techs are learned in ascending MP cost order, so your early techs will always be your cheapest and weakest ones. So while slurp cut is a disappointment, it also means that better techs like water 2 and leap slash are potentially more potent. Pseudo catches the frog rock on Dinardoro for a second free wall ring. Maybe that shop from earlier won't see a revisit after all. And our third tech is water, still not great on its own, but it continues to push the top tier techs lower on the list and thus higher in potential power. Pseudo checks the 2 incentive chests here and ends up 1 mega elixir richer. Let's look at objectives. We have Death Peak, Giant's Claw, Sun Palace, Zeal Throne, Magus Castle, Epic Bourse, Factory, and Ocean Palace. Every single one of these is gated, so it will be hard to find a path to our high objective unlocks, such as Bucket and 1999 access. If we can manage 2 objectives, however, Omen is an option. This is generally skipped as the time it takes is generally slower than just doing 2 additional objectives. But in a seed like this, it can be a gamble worth taking. Foam finds a Doomsicle at the chef. Magus doesn't auto-attack much outside of the early game, but this is still potentially useful with a 60% stock chance. Foam finds a moon armor, a random castle chest. With plus 10 magic defense, on top of the freely available wall rings, aggressive Lavos pushes are on the table. We just want to find some status protection as well. Pseudo is taking a couple extra fights at the top of the mountain to prep for the upcoming boss. Our friend JC is also headed up the mountain. Carnith is the first to actually pick up the Jets of Time. The others have avoided it thus far, as there is no clear path to Zeal access. This means that the only immediate effect of grabbing the Jets is an increase in the scaling level. This is not a bad thing necessarily, as higher scaling also means you gain more experience from encounters. Foam takes a second grind fight on the way out. Our friend JC finds a mega elixir for free, so that's pretty nice. These sell for a good amount of gold, and can be useful for early gearing if you find something at a shop. They also of course make many otherwise hard bosses trivial, so choose wisely. Carnith heads into the cathedral. Pseudo readies himself for his boss, and our friend JC is interested in all the chests up here. Phone demonstrates the house warp. While on the overworld, you can hold start and press select to immediately warp to Chrono's house. This can be useful to avoid backtracking, get a free heal, easily access the epic, and more. Phone collects his jets. Carnith finds Ayla in the cathedral. He may want to just take her and dip out of here, as Ayla grants access to Reptite Lair and the forest maze, and is generally a great character regardless of gear. The cathedral does have potentially a second recruit, and it actually has incentive chests, the bromide, and the key item at the end, so it's an attractive option as well. Pseudo finds Larvo spawn here. It's not a terribly scary boss, and it has pretty high tech point rewards. Let's pop over to his audio for a while. Carnith's Ayla has pretty weak tail spin and dino tail, but most of her other strong techs, such as cat attack, triple kick and rock throw, are still on the table. Pseudo has defeated his boss and acquired the tools. If we find Massimune, Cyrus' grave will be open to us after we gain flight. We also have Jets of Time freely obtainable, so Zeal access will get us there. Let's see if we can find that soon. Phone heads to the future, which you can freely do from the start of the game. He's still hunting for some gear to really get his run online. He also picked up the rainbow shell, so his scaling will be pumped up a bit. Phone found sunshades for sale at Rando and picked up a pair. Carnith appears to be committed to the cathedral. While we have a moment, let's put the spotlight on some runners. Carnith, in the top left, has been someone that played a little bit of Jets of Time casually on streams. He never got into the racing scene, but has been steadily increasing his power level with some wacky seeds, and he jumped headfirst into this randomizer when the opportunity presented itself. His times have been coming down rather quickly, and he's explored some different modes, such as open world and entrance rando. He's also studying at the phone school of Chrono Trigger randomizers, and has been adopting many signature moves, such as solo strats. Our friend JC came in with Carnith, as they have been in the same orbit for some time. He played some early versions of Wings and Jets of Time, and he's been busy learning this randomizer since it released. His times are also steadily coming down as he gains more confidence. And of course we have the big dog himself, Pseudo, the developer of this randomizer, with a wealth of knowledge in Chrono Trigger, from speedrunning strats to the technical knowledge that only a developer can really possess. He was also quite good at Jets of Time, although he has been out of practice for some time due to devoting his time to the development and other priorities, rather than grinding out seeds like some others I could mention. Speaking of which, our last runner, Phone, has been grinding out seeds for some time now. You may know him from Jets of Time as the guy that also grinds out seeds there. This guy also made the tracker, so if that messes up, you know who to blame. For now, it is probably safe to consider him the top runner of this randomizer until other more talented people learn it. Hopefully, we can spark some competition with these races. With that out of the way, we have our friend JC finishing up Dinodoro. Phone has thoroughly looted what parts of the future he has access to, and is still not satisfied with his frog. It's probably time to cut our losses and just start moving forward. Pseudo has obtained his jets and also heads through the future. We have a Crolly in the sewers. Pseudo is likely going to want to pick up the sunshades too. Carnith and JC wrap up their first dungeons. Phone and Pseudo continue to get nothing good for Frog. We have a Nisbalto at the cathedral. Phone and Pseudo high five at Aris Dome. JC grabs his jets. There's a mega mutant at Aris Dome. Any mutant found in the early game, when you don't have high damage multi-target attacks or status protect, can be absolutely devastating. Let's see how our runners do. Carnith finds Masamune. Pseudo and Phone are playing like they share a brain. JC heads to Cathedral. Carnith could potentially pick up Magus and go through the Magus Castle shortcut to get his Zeal and flight access from here. Phone makes it through Mega Mutant first. And it's the Dreamstone hype. Just like with Masamune, this opens up a potentially strong character recruit at Dactyl Nest and will open up Tyranno Lair, which also grants 12,000 access. We've taken to different paths, but they will lead to similar outcomes. Let's see how our runners handle it. Phone catches the rat. There's no need to do this, as you get the key item from the food storage corpse. But there is a quick chest on the right side, and if we get the pendant charge, incentivized chests in the sealed room. Carnith finds no recruits at the mile spot, unfortunately. Carnith checks the chef for his Doomsicle. Pseudo has made it through the boss here, and JC wrapping up his Nogar fight. Phone checked his objectives and has likely formulated a plan for where to go next based on that. Let's pop the audio on over to Carnith to see what he's thinking about.
All right. Well, if today anybody's watching this today, I hope your week went well, and I hope you have an amazing week. And because weekend party time, all right? Party it up into any way you want to. Anyways, if you're not watching it on Friday and it's some random day of the week, you still enjoy your day, okay?
Such a friendly guy. Phone heads to his Dactyl. He's got the fire in his eyes and wants that Zeal access.
Help our party.
Karna similarly heads to his Magus recruit and may have a similar plan.
We're not going to actually like do a duo or anything, so go to Magus's lair. Magus, go to Magus's lair. I mean, we did get the ruby knife. All right, we need charged pendant though. Don't wait to go to Ocean Palace. So, or something. So even if we wanted to do that objective, You know what? I mean, I didn't have to go to this menu, but I'll just keep it like that. Dark Bomb rolled okay. Black Hole is 44%. Interesting. Okay. So is Fire 2, Dark Matter, you know, and stuff are going to be huge, hopefully. Okay. Saving again because I'm a saveaholic. Look at what we're doing. We're going straight for Magus' castle.
Pseudo also finds his way to Dactyl Nest. Carnith has confirmed his intentions here. Let's see if there's a character up here. We have a Chrono, X Strikes, Spires, and Sword Streams are all on the table.
Yeah. That's called style points right there, if I've ever seen it.
Phone still clings to the hope that he can find good gear from a chest.
Oh, I actually have to go.
He enters the Souther Forest, which is not blocked by Kino. If he had Ayla, he could have just gone in the front door here.
Commoner.
JC seems to be committed to the cathedral, so he may also follow the Magus Castle route.
Spoiled by not having to go through here. You can skip that, yeah. And then, oh, I guess all the rats are not here. Big. Yes, big. Magus' lair right away. 24 minutes in, and that's what we're doing. Why? Because we can.
Pseudo interestingly takes the Chrono and ditches the Dactyl. He may be more interested in using the Chrono to boost other recruits up to a higher level, or go after objectives, instead of a fast zeal. We do know from our perspective that Cathedral has both a good recruit and the Massimo, which of course leads to another good recruit, and the fast Magus Castle, which is also an objective. Let's see if he does that. Carnith is the first to enter the mid-game phase, which we generally define as when you are on the road to zeal.
So I still don't know what I'm getting into.
Phone does a quick house warp to avoid backtracking through the entire forest maze on foot again. Pseudo will make quick work of this cathedral with his Luminaire if he does in fact commit.
I don't want your... I kind of want their chest. This all feels very familiar. Uh-oh. Am I following the JC path right now? Close to the JC path?
Phone begins his mid-game transition with only Chrono and Frog. Pseudo will get Ayla here, and JC is also still on duos. And we have a golem boss. Carnith might as well abandon all hope of getting through this castle now.
Golem boss just told us he'll show us a good time, okay?
While we were all cowering in fear of the golem boss, Phone has already made it to his mid-boss, and it's Rust Tyranno. So we have a Tyranno double
things start
feature
to
here.
deviate, but we've so far done the same
Phone
stuff. except
suits
I went
up
and
for the
grabbed some
Tyranno
additional
fights.
items. Oh, okay. All right. Fallen boss done.
Carneth makes it through. Amazing.
I definitely didn't do it
Pseudo
like
is
this.
following JC's footsteps
Phone-
here.
I can only imagine how you went about it. You know what? Just because. Just because. I don't know why. I felt like getting this chest right here. Because I know no one else is going to get this chest, right? And curiosity killed the Carnoth, okay? It was a mid-ether. Well, now you guys know that that chest was a mid-ether. You're welcome. What a mid-item, that's right. Mid-ether as a mid-item.
Phone makes it through his first
Even more
Tyranno.
mid-ethers. What's going on?
Carneth begins
They're
his
everywhere.
second boss. Suedo has demonstrated a crazy technique to save some
Magus
time on the
Castle can
chests by
replace my
grabbing one,
mid-ethers.
running past the second, and grabbing the second one on the second pass to avoid waiting for a text box. And we
Look at
have a
this
Giga
mutant.
Mutant at slash
How dare
spots.
he show his face
Carneth
to
may
me.
be in trouble here. JC and Pseudo begin their Nisbal too, and Phone heads for his Black Tyranno. Let's go check in on JC, while we wait for a boss to fall over. Phone gets through Ozala and begins the next phase. The Tyranno
it's
bosses
nice
can be
that,
quite deadly with their
Nisbal
inflated
gets
hit point
shocked
values and
by
fire
just
damage.
using
Phone came prepared,
regular,
however, so he'll probably be
elemental
okay.
attacks, pretty much, or charm even. So I can kind of just go back and forth between water and Rolo kick, since I don't have cat attack yet, and he's not close enough for tailspin. Gross.
Carneth advances to the Magus battle.
How far away are we anyway? This should be it.
And JC gets through his boss, and will have access to Magus Castle as well.
Two bosses down, 30 minutes.
Phone
Not the
eats the
worst.
fire breath.
Ah. Okay. The seed is coming together now. We'll get to see who our
Pseudo
queen
unlocks his
is
Massimune
in
as
just a
well.
second.
Carnith begins his Magus encounter.
Not that we're not in a rush to go see her,
And Phone advances to Zeal.
but
Because we managed to find the Jets of
items,
Time,
man.
we can
Gotta have 'em.
immediately gain flight
Moon
access
armor.
here.
Okay.
Had we not found those, we would have needed to gain Last Village access through objectives, or the Ocean Palace disaster and complete the Blackbird dungeon. It's a bit disappointing, but we will likely not see that today.
I think aside from the fact that we don't have a weapon for Frog yet, we're like really well equipped. Actually, no, we just got the Masamune, so we are really well equipped. All right, the Queen. And all those items along the way. Almost forgot. I get distracted. I wanted to go see the chef. Deal. Okay. It's good that we're getting those in particular. And, you know, I think there is something else we can do. Yeah, Moon Armor is huge.
Pseudo and
Moon Armor
JC
is
take
huge.
advantage of the
Masamune,
free
to
castle
start with, is
teleports
really huge
to pick
because
up
now I
some
can just
chef
go get,
items. Carnith is in the
Magus
second
right now.
phase of Magus, and will be entering Zeal right after Phone.
And depending on how good... Oh, wow, alright. Magus is set. Doomsicle on Magus right now. As soon as we get him. Seed feels good. We're not even going to get this. We're just going to save the...
Phone is still seeking out some
what is
gear
it, 5
to round
seconds?
out his endgame power. He's pulling out all the tricks, like the new
we are
scratch point
instead going
check.
to just go right for Magus.
He's also activated the Sunken Desert, just in case there is a need to go there for grind or gear. Phone has earned the right to take the O chord back, so let's give it to him for a minute. Carnith has made it to Zeal. JC and Pseudo appear to be headed towards Magus now. JC has a slight lead. Let's see if he can maintain it. Speaking of leads, Phone is throwing his away for chill vibes. Carnith is slightly behind on Zeal Exploration, but he also has an objective from Magus Castle, so he isn't necessarily behind at this point in time. Phone's Zeal Exploration has been a bust so far. Let's see if Carnith can change that with a new fight. And Phone becomes the first to access flight, assuming he can take this boss down. It's just Slash. A few X strikes should put this guy in his place. Slash goes down. The new fight goes down. Pseudo and JC are close to a high five. Carnith gets a good Chrono weapon with no Chrono. Phone completes his first objective. He'll need 1 more to do Omen, 3 more to do the Lavos bucket, and 4 more to do the 1999 crash. Carnith will be at 2 objectives once he gains his flight. And Phone decides on his next objective. Sun Palace is the quickest, most accessible thing to him right now. Magus Castle would also be quite fast if he had done Cathedral and recruited Magus, but he does not know. Pseudo and JC diverge, so still no proper high five. Phone finds a Terra mutant. Let's see how these fights go. Pseudo ran all the way out to heal up for his boss here. Carnith should be wrapping up his Zeal exploration now. Let's see if he can hit 2 objectives before Phone does. Pseudo having a little trouble with Giga Mutant, which is completely understandable. Phone still has not taken his boss down either. JC takes some extra grinds. Carnith grabs his flight now. Let's listen in.
Oh, Dalton has, it looks a little different. Let's charm him. I think they have normal stuff. Oh, what? He has nothing because he doesn't have the C on him. Always forget that that's a thing. Oh, I said the same thing about Dalton looking different. It's great minds think alike, okay? Are we the same guy? We could be. JC, we could be the same person. We just don't know it yet.
Phone finds a jerky and completes his second objective. Now he faces a choice. Do we continue objective hunting or bite the bullet and go straight to Black Omen? In 95% of seeds, objective hunting is the answer. But with the heavy objective gating here and the pressure to be a good racer,
indeed,
we may see people go for the sure thing.
Oh, May gets killed Slash. How poetic. Alright, let's get...
Slash goes down for Carnith. Pseudo advances to the next stage,
So this should
and
complete an
JC works
objective.
through his Giga Mutant. Phone meanwhile heads to the last village to see if he can snag a quick high-level recruit or find a good shop item. Holy smokes folks, we got a rainbow with the Doom effect on a duo party.
And we don't have to
Phone
go
may
to
not
leopard.
want to recruit anyone
The
at
entire
all.
thing.
Frog
opens up a
still
lot
has
for
no
us.
weapon, but he at least has good dual tech synergy with a strong Chrono.
As I have learned, first thing to check is obviously... the
Pseudo
North
begins his golem boss. Carnith and Foam will likely high-five at this North Cape check. A character found here will join the party at a minimum level of 37. So it's a very lucrative thing to check as soon as
No
it's
character at
available,
North Cape.
especially in an early Zeal seed such as this one. And it's nothing. These guys will need to make their decision now.
Rainbow has plus Doom on it? What is going on here? Where's solo Chrono Seed now, you know? Oh my gosh, could you imagine that? Wow. Okay. I always like having a lot of shots.
Phone is a mad lad. He goes for Omen.
Yeah, we're good. We're good for now. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum.
With a two-man party, he will gain bonus experience that would have otherwise gone to a third-party member.
How crazy.
So it's
am
not
I?
as crazy of an idea as it sounds to not have
How
three-party
crazy.
members. With the Doom Rainbow, he can probably make it work,
wanna be.
assuming there's not a brick wall of a boss in here. Carnith joins the party on the Omen. We will almost certainly be high-fiving a couple of times in here.
Don't look at the screen right now.
Speaking of brick walls, here's Mudimp. If he is not dispatched quickly, he can put out some serious damage and status effects. Without any good magic damage, it may be hard to end this quickly.
What are we doing with this run? I don't know what we're doing with this run.
Phone is lacking some magic here, so this may be a struggle boss. Carnith, however, has a 3-man party and a Magus, so he may have the advantage here. JC gets through Giga Mutant.
Alright, let's give the British guy a break real quick. Pseudo is also
that
through his
heal
boss.
is
Carnoth will be moving on to
terrible,
now.
terrible.
Phone just not really doing a lot of damage to it. Pseudo moves on to the Magus fight. JC right behind him. Carnoth starts the Mud
Okay,
Imp.
Mr. Mud Imp.
Phone still on the Mud Imp.
Sitting here in the Black Omen.
Taking some serious damage. Might have to heal up. Pseudo goes ahead and does some looting here. JC just moves on to the boss. He'll be starting it first. Carnoth comes in with the Dark Matter, doing some decent damage to the Mud Imp. Pseudo's suiting up with some resistance gear. I saw a blue mail, I didn't see what else. JC starts the
only thing that
fight.
kept me from doing this was wanting better gear. And being a sane person, you know? Like, I don't even think this is a smart move at the moment. But I'm trying to keep it wild. I'm starting this weekend crazy, okay?
Yes, he is. Pseudo takes the extra 6-bat fight, wants to get some last minute experience. It's probably worthwhile.
I would have laughed if that rock killed the guy.
And Phone gets through the Mud Imp. I don't know if it gets any easier from here though. Some of the enemies in here are quite disgusting. And Carnoth is also through the Mud Imp fight.
You'll find gear here.
Phone takes the Incognitos. Doesn't run from
We'll
them.
see.
Gets a little bit of extra experience. Learns life, but not much else. Looks like Carnoth is doing the same thing. Pseudo begins his Magus fight.
Sad face.
So one thing to consider with the Black Omen, every enemy in there is significantly overtuned compared to the scaling level. In terms of like the damage output, how much health they have, just the speed, all the mechanics. But the rewards are also really good. You can get Nova armors and Mega Elixirs, tabs, speed tabs even. Phone, pretty close to a wipe here. But with the Doom, I think he pulls it out. So he gets an Elixir here, 2 levels, that's pretty good. It's gonna have to do a lot of healing here.
You know what, I don't...
We'll see how
these guys
Carnoth
charmable?
does.
They are charmable, right? No one has like 10 incentive spots. What? What is going on? 10 incentive spots? What are you doing? That's crazy. Oh, it missed.
Alright, looks like JC is on to the second phase. Looks like Pseudo is about 1 or 2 hits away from ending the fight.
Those things are worth charming in the Black Omens. Just always, I always forget what they have.
I think that'll do
yes,
it
they
for
have Nova
Pseudo.
armor. That's right. Screw it. We're gonna try for Black Hole again. Black Hole strats.
So Pseudo already has
We're
an
gonna find
objective.
more of these goons anyway. No, maybe. Oh, maybe they're not black holeable. It's a weird sentence to say.
Phone and Karnoth still struggling with their fights. It might be a bit of a long dungeon here. We'll see if it's worth the risk. I imagine both of these guys are going to want to get flight pretty quick here.
Kill them both, I think, right?
And Phone makes it through his second fight. Karnoth still working on the first one. Looks a little painful.
Well, that's the person to hit, because he's got,
JC looks to be
he's
checking
got the
shots,
thing
maybe?
with the stuff.
Pseudo's going straight for the floating continent.
Made this fight unnecessarily difficult by trying black hole out and everything, you know?
And Phone has moved on to the panels. Shouldn't be too much trouble. They do have 1,000 health though. I don't think he can do that much with the Luminaire. Pseudo goes for the secret room. It's that useless white rock. Although he does have Ayla, he might actually get some use out of it.
The heal is
Probably
so bad,
not
though.
though.
That's
I think
okay.
Dino Tail was pretty weak.
I mean, it's gonna kill Ayla. Alright, let's,
Phone is just slogging his way through this. Karnoth not really doing any better. But once we start to get to some levels, it should be a lot easier. Got a whole dungeon ahead of us. JC goes for the new fight.
well, we got 2 Nova armors worth out of it.
Karnoth is pretty happy about his loot. We'll see if we can't pop the sound on over to JC for a minute, see what he's thinking about.
Yeah.
Alright, Phone's gonna go ahead and run.
Kind of feel like I should have once again put Ayla up front, and I might just start doing that from now on.
Pseudo's gonna get his
She's
flight
not
going.
exactly in the best position for tailspin.
Phone looks to be going for more skips than fights. He's gonna want to finish this pretty quick. Meanwhile, on Pseudo's screen, Slash is just kind of floating all over the place. JC is getting through his new fight. He's got to be getting
Probably
close.
could have also used Black Hole, maybe.
Phone is fighting fights that he has to fight. Just skipping everything else from the looks of things. Karnoth is really going in on the charm strats, picking up Nova armors, earrings, probably speed tabs too in the next
Ow.
room. Frog goes down for JC.
Hit that revive real quick.
Pseudo makes it through the slash fight. Phone moves on to the elevator.
Vedic Blade. Alright.
And JC also finds the Chrono weapon for a character he does not have.
We'll just quickly heal here. Then, well, yeah, let's check it. Because I know that both these shops are going to be the same. Hyper Ethers. And they're pretty decently priced.
Pseudo's gonna check the North Cape. He's gonna be very disappointed, as we all
At
were.
least we got our music back.
Looks like Pseudo's doing some thinking.
Hmm.
Activates his desert, just in case.
Gonna get that new scratch point first. And then we'll do Kajar, and then we'll get our wings.
And he sees the rainbow. Is he gonna
We'll
go
also
for
do
it?
Mammon Machine check while we're here.
Maybe not.
Because we can't do... Oh, we'll also grab her. Well, not her. Her.
Oh yeah, Karnoth is definitely going for all the speed tabs. I don't know if it's going to be worthwhile, but if it comes down to a really hard boss or something, it might be worthwhile. Meanwhile, Phone just finds them in a chest and a Nova.
Oh, I
armor.
don't have pendant. Oops.
And ruby armor. That's pretty good.
Well, if I don't have pendant, we're not going to worry about it.
Pseudo seems to just be going for more objectives. JC is going all in on the incentive checks here. Unfortunately, as we know, they're not really worthwhile. Phone has made it to the Tubster. Shouldn't take very long.
White Rock.
Karnoth is almost through the panels. Pseudo does have the Terra Mutant, but with a stronger magic party, it shouldn't be much of an issue. JC gets
Frenzy
the
Band, 90% counter.
It'd be nice to have if you had like a 4x crit or a
300
quad 9
gold.
crit
Wonderful.
weapon or something, but we haven't seen one of those yet.
Alright. Let's go ahead and do a quick save.
Looks like Phone is starting to get pretty comfortable in here. He's got some levels
See who
now.
we're fighting for our wings.
Up to level 33 and 28 on his party. Karnoth looks to be about 25, 27. Pseudo, I didn't see. I imagine they're probably all around the mid-20s.
Dalton looking different today.
And somebody makes that joke for the second time. Great minds do think alike, after all. Carnoth opts to fight these sidekicks. If he can actually kill one of them, it might be worthwhile.
It did absolutely nothing.
Such a long fight.
I don't actually know what element he is thinking about it. Ooh, cat attack. So what we'll do, we'll use lightning instead.
And for those that don't know, Slash is not really vulnerable
See how much
to
that
magic
does.
at all. He's immune to water.
140, probably do more damage by just,
best to just use physicals.
I don't know, actually just hitting him normally.
See, he's got it. Yeah, I'd say that wasn't really worth it for Carnoth. He got like 61 tech points. It's pretty bad. Hopefully he starts running from them.
Yeah, more damage by hitting him just regular.
But maybe he's got a tech he wants. It's hard to say.
It's over anyway, though.
Maybe he's just really worried about his levels.
And now we got our wings.
Now everybody officially has wings and go mode. If you watch the guide, you already know this, but go mode is kind of a flexible thing here. You can, of course,
That's right.
go through
I
the
didn't
omen,
have
which
the
is long
Earthbound
and
portal unlocked
challenging,
anyway.
and probably not worth the time most of the time.
Whoops.
Or you can
I'm
go
just
for
getting
more
all ahead of
objectives,
myself and
which
stuff.
will let you go through the bucket. That's usually the better option. And then if you get even more objectives, in this seed it's 5. You can get the 1999 time gauge access and just
Alright,
crash
let's
through
see
the
what
shell,
you're selling.
skip the first boss.
Rainbow.
Or
with
if you're
Doom.
feeling like
Ooh.
really crazy,
But
or you
no
just can't
chrono to
find
use it
any
on.
other way to do it,
So
you
we
can go
need
through the Ocean Palace with the
we need some more
charge
revives.
pendant and the ruby knife,
Need some
and you can fight
ethers.
the hard lavos.
Yeah, we're also going to sell some
And he
stuff.
is hard. Maybe we'll see that.
Some stuff that I don't think I'll ever use, like this white rock, and maybe this Vedic blade. We'll find out. Got a bunch of wall rings, but we'll keep them just in case.
Phone misses the skip here. Let's just go ahead and kill it. Pseudo with the obscure knowledge grabs an item there.
I still haven't equipped that. Okay. We got a few of these power tabs. I'll sell 2 of them just to have.
So if I had to
Little
guess
bit of
here,
an edge
I'd say Phone
on
is
money.
decently far ahead of everybody.
See who's over at North Cape,
keep
just
an
in
eye on
case.
Pseudo,
Because if
though.
it's somebody good, I
He
want
seems
them.
to not want to go through Omen. He might actually find go mode pretty quick
Nobody?
here,
Okay.
if he's lucky. He can definitely
We
make
don't
up
need
the
to go
distance.
to the commons because we already have wings. So we'll go instead.
And Phone finds his next boss. It's nothing. This shouldn't be much of an issue
Here.
here.
And we'll do this first. See if there's anybody here.
We'll go ahead and pop the sound over to Pseudo here. See what kind of music he's listening to. It turns out it's the battle music. So it looks like JC is going for a character recruit. He might be going for Omen right now. He's just looking for something to fill out his party. And Phone moves on to the second elevator. Karnoth makes it to the first. Looks like Pseudo took a quick pause there that I didn't catch. Oops. If it comes down to like a 10-second difference, I will account for that. If not, I'm not too worried about it. JC goes for Aerostone. He might be going for objectives too, I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Phone makes it to the final gauntlet. He's got 8 bosses and like 4 mandatory encounters to go. It's nothing. And Pseudo is 1 fight away from finishing the Cyrus Grave check. Hopefully he gets something good out of it. JC is, of course, going to find the Dreamstone here, which, not much use to him right now. Alright, let's see what Pseudo finds. Phone begins his next boss fight. And it's Queen Zeal. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just gotta take her down before she actually does damage to you. And Pseudo found the pendant. It's potentially quite good. We just find the pendant charge and he can do the Ocean Palace, which I think will get him 2 additional objectives. It'll give him 5 for the 1999 cutscene. So he's still in this thing. Assuming he can find the charge pretty quick here. And Phone now has 7 bosses to do. JC is looking at the Omen. Still doesn't seem to want to commit to it. Pseudo is going to go up to the Zeal Palace, probably to charge his pendant. Now when I say charge the pendant, it's actually a random key item, but there is a chance it is the charge. If not, he'll have to look elsewhere for it. Phone finds Retinite. Shouldn't be too big of a deal with this party. Just X-strike a couple times, it'll go down. JC finds the Terra Mutant, which is his best friend. He loves the Terra Mutant. So when you have the pendant, you can come up here and charge it anytime for a key item. Gets a C trigger. This is a peekable thing. You can take it straight to the Tent of Horrors and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Then you can know whether you actually want to do the minigame or not. Phone makes it through Retinite, no problem. Karnoth is making his way up to the new room. And here comes the Frenzy Band for Pseudo. Karnoth's starting to run from the boss orbs. That's good. We love to see it. Pseudo looks to be heading to the fair to check for his next item. If it's not something he wants right now, he might reset out. Yeah, he doesn't want that right now. He might want it later, depending on if he can get another objective soon or not. Once you have the bucket access, the gate key becomes a lot more valuable. You use it to access the end of time. And with the end of time access, of course, you can finish the game. You see the Aussie trio at the Zeal 1 spot here. Can be a dangerous boss, but looks like it's going down pretty easy today. Got a good amount of damage here. Pseudo going through the Hecarim cave, not stopping to fight anything, just blasting. And Phone makes it to the boss gauntlet. Got 5 bosses to go. None of them are randomized. It's going to be Mammon Machine, Zeal 2, and all 3 Lavos forms. It'll be really hard to catch up to him at this point. But he's also being really aggressive with a 2-person party, and one of them has their starting weapon. So, there's always a chance. Pseudo finds the Son of Sun. A little bit scary, but he does have Black Hole. He can make it a little bit less scary. JC going for the Dactyl Nest, looking for another character. Karnoth learning about the Tubster's resistances. Be good information to have later. And Pseudo-Arc dies. Let's see if he can run it back with a little bit better strategy. Oh, phone's already through the mana machine. So, Pseudo-Arc stacking some magic resistance. Worst case scenario, his Magus should be able to carry him. He's got the fire absorb, so as long as he doesn't get one shot, it shouldn't be an issue. JC finds his recruit. Phone works on Zeal too. Let's go ahead and put the sound on phone side. Doesn't look like he's having much trouble yet. Looks to be about halfway through the fight. Hopefully he doesn't get one shot here. He's had some MP stolen, but I don't think it matters that much. Frog with the 160 damage attack there. Oh, thankfully not dead. Getting a little sketchy here. But let's keep our carry alive. Pseudo still taking some damage from the boss here. It looks like he'll probably get through it though. JC also heading to Hecarim. And Phone moves on to Lavos. First form is usually not that much of a threat. The second form, that's really where you want to be careful. So there is a bug with the music, transitioning from Zeal to Lavos here. I'm sure it'll get fixed. It's not that big of a deal. It's kind of creepy. And Form 1 goes down. Alright, so the second form, the opening attack, the nipple lasers, everybody's favorite. It does a lot of damage. In order to survive it, you want like a pretty high amount of magic defense. At the base power level, it's about 80. Otherwise, you're going to die in one hit. With this low of a scaling, though, it'll do less. It's still going to hurt, though. Now you do have the option to completely unscale this boss, so it's always at like the vanilla values. That's not enabled right now. So it is a little bit weaker, but still very much a threat, no matter what level you do it at. Pseudo does make it through his boss. Let's see what he gets. And he gets the pendant charge, so he can go do hard Lavos if he really wants to. In this setup, hard Lavos can be considered the last boss, so you just kill the shell at the Ocean Palace and the game ends. He does have the ruby knife, so he can do that if he wants to. Alright, so Frog is definitely not going to be immune to anything now, if he ever was. Pseudo seems to possibly be going for it. He's going to open some sealed chests, maybe find some top tier gear, and we'll see what he does. Carnoth's still going for some extra grind. Still charming. It's going to end up pretty strong by the end of this. Whether it was all worthwhile, hard to say. Right now, I'd be looking at Carnoth and looking at Pseudo Arc. Assuming Phone makes it through this boss, they'll be fighting for second. JC, not super far behind. He might be able to stage a comeback here. So in this randomizer, you can tell pretty much what the upgraded chests are going to be based on what's in the downgraded chest. So you see Sunshades, you know it's going to be Prism Specs. You see Silver Stud, it'll be Gold Stud, whatever. It'll always be based on what the original item is. Phone makes it through the second phase. So in this example we have a sight cap. More than likely it'll upgrade into a Vigil Hat. See a gold rock for 50% HP on Carnoth's side. I don't know if he'll wear that, but he might. And we do of course have the menu glitch here, which Phone does not go for. He's feeling a little crazy today. He just wants to get it over with. Got a 1 HP Frog, doesn't care. Maybe cares a little. Interestingly, Cyclone is Phone's best physical damage here. JC looks to have reset out of Son of Sun. Let's see if he goes for it again. Looks like he's also doing the black hole thing. And the core has let its defenses down. Carnoth has made it through his next boss. He'll be moving on to the second elevator, followed by, like we said earlier, 8 bosses and 4 mandatory encounters. He'll be done. If he commits to it. Pseudo still going for some loot here. So I believe the sight cap protects from chaos, yeah. So he'll have pretty much full status protection if he does choose to fight this hard Lavos here. Which is good. You definitely don't want to be confused fighting that thing. It's very aggressive, very fast. It's very hard. Pseudo looks for some recruits as well. Definitely feels like he's gearing up for the end game. I don't think he's got any other things to check at this point. Carnoth goes for the bad skip, misses. Good practice though. JC destroys all the flames, so he can't actually do this boss now. He'll end up having to reset. I don't know if he realizes yet. Phone is just chugging away over here. Looks like he'll be able to make it through, assuming nothing super crazy happens. But crazy things do happen here. The boss might slap you in the face for 1,000 damage and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's hope he doesn't do that. JC once again goes for the black hole. So let's go ahead and look at what Phone's doing. He should be getting pretty close here. This fight's been going on for a while. Frog is dangerously low. Thankfully he did not get hit here. Looks like Phone is just going for the kill here. Not worried about what the middle's gonna do. And of course the middle does a thing. Oh man, just 1 HP left. What are the odds? Looks like he does not care though. He's just gonna go straight for it. And the boss goes down. So we've got a time of 1:29:33 for Phone. He'll be the winner today. Let's go ahead and check in on Carnoth.
I always say it's worth it for the speed tabs. It's never not worth it for the speed tabs, right?
Absolutely
My
right,
tracker
yes.
feels very bare. And I could go to endgame like this.
So it looks like Pseudo is going to go for some grind here. These things give really good experience, and if you don't kill them all, they do respawn. If you charm them, I think you can get a Mega, which is pretty good.
Whoa, doggo. Going crazy. What you talking about, dog? Oh, he's just looking. He's alert.
So Phone is just chilling in the developer ending.
They are trying to blow up the Ayla. Her charm is too much for them. Everyone knows Ayla's charms are off the chart. Sometimes you don't need a lot of key items. That's true, Phone. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. This was, of course, one of those times. We had early flight access, early Zeal access. Not really very good objectives, but we just went to Omen instead. It all worked out.
You may not need a lot of key items, but you always need speed tabs. Which can feel weird, but I'm used to it. Yes, you are, Phone. I know you are, Phone. You've proven that with your runs.
I wish I could remember what he was talking about.
Hey, look, I got a shelter.
So Pseudo
right
doing a
safe
little
point.
more grind. JC looks like he's making a decision here. Carnoth, of course, is
I'm just giving them all to them, even if I replace
just a few
them with-
bosses from the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
here.
Might just stick with the party then. No, I always wanted the chest before the boss. Okay, what boss is working? Is Dalton
I think at
warping
this
in?
point,
I feel
we
like
could probably
Dalton's gonna make
safely
it
say
through
that
somehow.
Carnoth is
Oh, Zeal's
a decent bit
warping in.
ahead of everybody else. But depending on if Pseudo can actually take down Hard Lava or so not, We might still have a race with them.
I mean, you can warp in all you want, Zeal. I don't mind.
JC picks
It
up
is
the
your
rainbow.
Black Omen.
Excellent choice.
Oops. What did I do? Cure.
Carnoth fights Zeal. Charms the Mega. Drops a Mega.
Lesser.
He's going to pick up 2 Megas here, which might be very useful. Pseudo still getting some grind going. Definitely getting the hard Lavos vibe here. He's preparing for something.
No, our HP is going to go to 1 again.
JC doing a little grind in the desert here. Picking up some items.
That's the only bad thing about Zeal. All you get is an item. No experience points. Feels bad. Feels sad. I'm putting in a request. Zeal should give XP. And we need it meow.
Request denied. No, I have no power over that. Don't listen to me. Alright. And Carnoth will begin his Retinite. We'll see how he handles it.
Retinite. Interesting place to be. I won't judge you, though. Black hole strats! Oh, I don't know why. It just made me laugh to do it.
I'm not sure that's going to work. No. It did reduce the defense, though.
Atropos too? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about her, too. Actually, can we rock throw? We're going to test it. We're going to test if we can rock throw. Yeah.
So yes, you can in fact rock throw. I think as long as it's the top portion of the boss, nothing's on top of it, it works. This applies to Zombor as well.
Oh,
Pseudo is exiting. Let's see where he goes next.
Can't rock
If
throw.
you see a 12,000 BC, I think we know what's going to happen here. I think we know what's going to happen here. Yeah, he's definitely going for it. There's no other reason he would come up here. So that's pretty exciting.
Just chilling with our good friend Retinite. He can't troll us anymore.
So on the other side of this door, you'll have a mini-boss, a random one. All the mini-bosses are shuffled. That includes Crawley, Gato, which we see here, Flea Plus, Super Slash, regular Dalton, and Atropos. On that last one, anytime you kill her, no matter where she's at, you'll get a Robo Ribbon. It'll give you 10 magic defense and 3 speed on Robo, whether you've recruited him or not. It does not need to be equipped. Gato can be quite dangerous. His counterattacks hit very hard, but he makes quick work of him. He does have the bucket unlocked, so if he wanted to, he could go to the fair, get his gate key, and finish the game right here.
Layla? How dare he?
But he's not going to do that.
There we go.
It's a bold play. You gotta respect it. Going for style.
Not too shabby, I think.
So we see a guardian at the desert.
Want to go back and use the shelter again?
JC
Sure.
does not have the
Let's
characters to finish this
chicken about
check,
it.
so I think he's just going for some
Just trying
levels
to save,
here.
like, MPI. I mean, I have a ton of MPI.
Or the
I don't
gear.
have to, like,
Maybe
not
he
worry
just
about it too
accidentally
much.
pulled the boss. Anyway, it's been real.
So, yeah, we're not,
I think
we're
I've got
not
my
near
British guy
ready
back.
enough for
I've
things.
got a pretty bad cold right now, so talking is very
Lottos would
difficult.
probably kill
I'm
us
going to try to
pretty
throw it
fast.
back over to him.
It's good to be back.
But doing the scaling and then going to Sunken Desert.
Pseudo-Ark is doing the hype
probably gonna
route.
help a bit.
So let's listen to his audio while he attempts it. We do see a spire going out for JC on this Guardian, which we don't see enough of. It's based on 2 times lightning to damage plus leap slash, so with a good lightning too, it can be quite good. And we have a ridiculous loot haul at this desert, with a dash ring, a speed belt, and a frog weapon that has high base power and a 23% chance to crit 49999 damage. Other runners better look out. And JC finds a rainbow behind Thomas' grave. Someone report this man for wall hacking. Pseudo and Carneth both approach their respective endgames. Carneth, in a surprise move, warps out of the Black Omen. He may be attempting to locate some more power for his final push. This will give the other runners some much needed breathing room to try to finish out their respective runs. Carneth appears to possibly be pumping scaling up for a quick endgame grind perhaps. JC goes for the castle basement, but because he does not have Marl recruited, he cannot collect the key item here. Pseudo makes it to the elevator gauntlet. Let's see how he handles this. JC interestingly goes for the bridge. This could be a good play if you simply take the incentive item from the captain and leave. There's no real reason to commit to the gauntlet here. Carneth appears to want to round out his party for the end game as well. And JC does in fact rob the captain blind. We didn't make a note of this earlier, but this Marl does have a very strong ice too. This is potentially quite useful for us. JC meanwhile opts to start the Omen here. This indecision could prove costly, as he spent a good chunk of time investing in the other checks and objectives already. Pseudo makes it through the elevator. JC begins his mud imp fight and Carneth also dives into the desert, where he will be greatly rewarded. Excellent scouter skips by Pseudo here. JC appears to be on the receiving end of an ass, whooping by the mud imp here. This fight can really spiral out of control if you aren't careful with their counterattacks. Pseudo finds a twin flea here. We know it's not Flea Plus, as Flea Plus is classified as a mini boss in the randomizer. The stare is also significantly less deadly here compared to, say, Jets of Time, so he probably won't have much trouble here. JC is making his final stand against the true last boss of the seed, Mud Imp. And with one lucky crit, the Mud Imp dies instantly. An excellent play here. Our friend JC hops out to heal up. Black Omen is no joke here, folks. There's a reason we never go there. Sudork meanwhile has moved on to Hard Lavos. If he does fight it and survives, his run will end there. There is no point in fighting Lavos 2 and 3 after defeating a boss that's twice as hard. Our friend JC is back for round 2. Pseudo makes his final preparations for round 1. Worth noting here, regular Lavos is decently challenging if your party is at the scaling level. You want to be about 5 levels above scaling to comfortable handle the boss. Hard Lavos, however, is, well, hard. So it's going to be an uphill battle fighting a level 49 Hard Lavos with a level 48 party. Generally speaking, full status protection is mandatory. If you have only 2 out of 3 status protection, it may be ideal to just let the third party member die and keep the other 2 alive. High speed, high armor, and haste will all help, as well as large amounts of high-end consumables. It is a survival fight against a berserked monster. Carnith also finds the God Frog weapon, so we may see him go back to his Zeal Gauntlet. JC is progressing through the Omen, but has quite some time to make up. Carnith also opts to fight the Guardian here. Pseudo has a golden opportunity to squeak out a finish ahead of these guys. Ouch. So remember in the vanilla game, when you fight an impossibly strong Lavos and get instantly one shot for plot reasons? This is that, with ludicrous speed, damage, and hit points. This is truly the boss to end all bosses. And a round 1 knockout for Hard Lavos. Let's see if we can run it back. Pseudo hesitated, but he's in it to win it. Only one shield with two squishy casters is not something you want to see here. Generally, regular Lavos is a hard magic defense check. Hard Lavos, however, is the opposite. You need to be able to endure a lot of physical and non-elemental damage output, which can drastically change your party considerations. Carnith makes it to his Zeal Gauntlet. It's gonna be a nail-biter here. Another 0.4 hard Lavos. Carnith makes it to the next stage. Because hard Lavos counts as the last boss, there's no need to really hold back on consumables here. Burn the megas, burn the elixirs, do whatever it takes, you'll need it. Pseudo is really going to want to find a way to get haste out here. It will be hard to match the onslaught otherwise. Carnith advances to Zeal 2. Pseudo is learning as he fights. He seems to have adapted to the keep one party member down strategy. This is a decent option as it puts less stress on party healing. He's managing to put out some damage to the boss, even. He's gonna need to do a whole lot more of that to get through this. Carnith meanwhile advances to his Lavos. As we can see, the difference in difficulty is quite high. Carnith advances to the second phase.
Lava's down.
Let's
Ayla
check
number
out his audio.
All right. Ayla's about to become a tank on all her own. Woo. She just went there. Woo. A force to be reckoned with. There's no need for a sight cap with any of these guys, but you know what? It gives one more defense. Yeah, Ominous like
We can see here that Carnet's party is above the 80 magic defense threshold, so he should be able to manage the incoming magic damage. That bodes well for his chances here.
In these whatchamahoo's, in these no flight seeds, because like you're so limited in what you can do, right? And as soon as you get flight and unlock an objective, it's like, woohoo, I can rush towards it. Or maybe it is open world too, because, you know, open world, you can immediately go to Black Omen after a few objectives. Yeah, it's always hard to say. But it's always hard because, like, depending on how good it's been going, you could opt for Bucket too. Or you have Aelan want to charm some Nova armors and such. Yes. I didn't do the inputs fast enough to get. I didn't want to attack an arm.
Still pretty high damage, but not nearly enough to wipe the party out. Magic defense scales in such a way that if you have 80 magic defense, you will block 80% of incoming magic damage. This also means if you have 99 magic defense, you block 99% of incoming magic damage. In simpler terms, more magic defense is more better.
Hitting my tank, essentially. I'll get an arm down, because I don't want that other thing to go off.
You may be asking, British Robot Man, why is he hitting the head with Frog?
There we go.
Well, the 9,999 damage crits go through all defenses. So if Frog can crit the head twice, the fight will end right there.
You know, because like Tailspin is cool and all, but like it's not particularly powerful.
Pseudo goes down again. This may be a lost cause without a permanent shield on Marl.
I'm gonna try to heal everyone with a Mega Elixir now. I'm gonna hope Frog crits or something like that. Something crazy happens. Oh! Yeah, honestly, it's not even about. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it is less about getting the left bit down in this scenario.
Pseudo opts for the easier Lavos. It was a valiant effort, and it probably cost him second place,
down, you know,
but we salute him all the same.
Mitigate it. If we could just get the middle bit down, and then that'll be fine. As long as Frog crits enough, we could get through it. We might still try. I think you can. I always try Rock Throw. I'm pretty sure you can at least. I gotta double check because I swear it's the small bits you can Rock Throw. It's just not the big. It's not the middle one. You can
And
rock
Pseudo
throw.
begins the crash sequence.
I was wrong. I've been very wrong about Rock Throw this entire time. Although it would be nice to get the left bit down so we don't get to lose our protective seals. Maybe play it safe-ish and try for it. Yeah, we played it a little. We did a round of safeness.
Carnith takes a
Just
big
throw
hit
out
here,
mega elixirs.
but Pseudo is on his way to back him up. JC is making his way through Omen for a two-pronged attack.
There's one crit. Yeah, one crit,
Ayla
he
nearly
puts it
bites the
dead.
dust on the opening attack. We're not joking about this magic defense thing, folks.
That little punk.
Pseudo unfortunately does not have the
Well, I didn't mean to do that,
9,999
but
damage
I'll take it.
crits here, so he will have a hard time catching up. Carnith can still wipe if he's not careful,
Oh yeah,
but the longer this
Perhaps
fight
slow's
goes on, the
considered a
more inevitable the
status
crits
ailment, so
become.
it doesn't trigger. We now have like all this defense. All right, it looks like we might get a PB right here too.
And the
we
wipe does
go.
not
And we
materialize.
did it.
Carnith
We did it,
finished in a
folks.
close second with a time of 2 hours 11
All right,
minutes
PB
and
for us
35
on a
seconds.
standard
Pseudo
randomizer
is right
run.
on his tail. The
It
hard
was
Lavos
pretty good.
attempts
I mean,
won our hearts, but it cost him the
Doing
silver
Sunken
medal.
Desert really made a huge difference, right? I was like, should I do it or not? And then I'm sure the people who run this seed have been like, he should totally do it in the back of their heads, right? But man, yeah, that 9999 crit, always great to see. Yeah, we didn't even find out where Chrono and Luca were. We didn't get a lot of key items, but hey, you know, we had a fun time. I think it went really well. It was a good seed. You know, there was the rainbow sword in the shop somewhere, and then we get the good old developer ending in so far. You know, in this. Oh, I was rooting for you to do sunken. Yes, I knew it. I was like, I bet you guys. You know, as soon as I found it, I was like, I know they're screaming, "Do the desert, do the desert." But yeah, that was a good choice, I think, you know, and I guess I could have done set desert a little earlier, but I was like, let me try Black Omen to get some levels first. Yeah, I think this was a good one. This was a good starter. This is a good one to kind of go through and see everything. And look, I'm going through the entire ending and talking to everybody. Yeah, that weapon, getting a weapon with the 9999 crit. I guess it's my turn to stream. I guess so. Yeah, it's your turn to stream, JC. Yeah, because I worked all day and then I streamed. I'm a tired. But yeah, I was hoping for YOLO Omen. Oh, instead of just going to the sunken desert. I was thinking about it. I think I could have pulled it off, you know, but I was just a little hesitant, you know? So it's just like I wasn't feeling comfortable and not quite comfortable enough. But doing what I did made it super easy, so we get to do one more fight. But yeah, I like the seed overall. So that's pretty much it, guys. So we're just doing the ending right now. We're just kind of going through the things, and then that'll be it for our stream. I guess I'll thank everybody now. Thank you guys for stopping by.
With Carnet's post-race interview concluded, let's pop back over to Pseudo for his Lavos 3. He of course hits his menu glitch and heals up for the final push. He goes for the left bit strat immediately. This is a little more common compared to Jets of Time, as the left bit has proportionately lower hit points, and the middle bit is a lot harder to take down before it starts attacking. Marl almost gets one shot, but magic defense once again saves the day. The boss queues up a grand stone. Let's hope we survive it. Just barely. Pseudo is absolutely dumping damage into the core here. He wants to end this thing quickly. We've circled back to a scary attack here. The status effects from this time warp can really turn a fight upside down. Pseudo will really want to take out the middle bit here and now. Lucky break for Magus and Ayla. Not so much more. This core must be nearly dead by now, after taking about 11,000 damage in the last 2 turns on top of everything else it's endured. Pseudo may just dump everything to finish it here. And there it is, with a time OT 2 hours 23 minutes and 28 seconds, Pseudo secures the bronze medal, but he also receives the diamond medal of bravery for his hard Lavos attempts. That's gotta be worth at least 20 minutes of time save. With the final placements locked in, commentary will take a back seat to our friend JC as he finishes out his run. Thanks to everyone that made this possible, and if you would like to join us for future races, join the Discord linked in the description below. We have a few guides posted, as well as a library of seed vods to go through to learn how it all works. Thank you all for watching, and good night.
They'll run away, but it doesn't matter. Got another dumpster here. That's fine. Since we got protection items now, we can kind of move forward without worrying too much about wasting time. We've also got plenty of mega elixirs, but you never know, might need them still. And actually, yeah, he needs some of that. Ball tonic. Now I think this is the alien room. Yes, yes it is. Do I really want to know what they have? Magic tabs. Ow. We'll find out if this is worth it or not. Magic ring. No, not worth it at all. All right. Magic scarf. That's not really what I want. Okay, we'll just avoid that fight altogether then. Why not? The ugliest Rattata you've ever seen. And actually, with that gold rock, it's 50 HP, or plus 50% HP. Not really exactly what I'm looking for. And now I guess we get to see, I don't remember if I saved or not. But it's Yakra, so who cares? It's not even special Yakra, it's the first Yakra. Easy. Let's go. And because I can't remember if we saved or not. We'll save now. Although there shouldn't be much left of the Black Dream to go through. Really? We'll get as many of these as we can. Why not? All right. Getting so much MDef that it doesn't matter. And also, well, I kind of feel like that was expected. Dare I say anticipated. Wasn't there? No, there wasn't. We can just get around this guy. Never mind. Double tubster. Ow. Jesus. All right. Go ahead and use one of those mega elixirs right now, I guess. Because these guys still hit like trucks. Do we actually care about the extra speed tabs? I kind of feel like the answer to that is no. I think what I'll do, just to keep everybody afloat, you know what? I'm really wondering how much I care about these speed tabs, but I think I care about them more than I want to. You know what? I don't. It's fine. Just finish it. All right. Now that should... Yeah, she's got almost maxed speed now. Zeal, huh? Mega elixir, okay. Let's go. Isn't that nice of Queen Zeal kissing her son like that? Saying hello, you know? That's it. That's done. Another Mega Elixir. Let's go. Bronze Mail in the possibly worst place it could be. You know what? I don't really know what the power meal actually heals from. I think Phone said it was just random. Let's see what we got. Retinite. Speed tab. So that's everything I needed from her. Alright. Guess we'll just use water too, like we're supposed to. Alright. Okay. So what exactly were we supposed to do there again? I don't remember. You know what? Damn. Okay, that's that. And those criticals are just not happening. There we go. That should be everything we needed. And that should... should be... Oh yeah, let me also... use this last speed tab. Because now she's maxed speed. The only thing that's really missing here is max speed for Megas as well. And we're just not gonna... Well, you know what? We just really need 3 more, so... Might as well go for it, right? We're already here. And what are these panels gonna do to me anyway? Except for be annoying and take forever. It's a thought that counted. Really? Okay. Charm is 70%, but still somehow happens twice in a row that you miss. I'm not worrying about the rest. We'll get him as close as we can get him. After that, it doesn't really matter. He's already plenty fast. There goes our last chance to leave if we wanted to, but we don't because we're not cowards. We're just gonna go for it. Ozzy in the strangest place. Why not? I mean, technically, it might be a good idea. Never mind. I said nothing. Why speak at all? She ran away too quickly. She just decided, Ozzy's not worth it. I'm out of here. Just to see what we get. Mega Elixir. We'll take it. All right. Let's fight the lava shell now. Or no, not lava shell. Zeal. We should get the good music since we have Megason Party, unless it's still busted. It's not good. Mega Elixirs. Mega Elixirs all over the place. Gross. I know how I want to handle it though. I actually just want to use single target text on that one. When Frog gets that critical, it's over. And it's over. And we go into the next fight with almost maxed MP and HP. The quietest fight I've ever had. You worried about chaos? All right. This is just a cell of the shell. The inside is still strong. Magus is the highest level here. And okay, so everybody's MDef is high enough. So we should be more than good right now. But I also want to make sure. Yeah, she's in the right spot. Okay. I remain nonplussed. Triple kick is still worse than tailspin. I could have, we'll be fine. Maybe I shouldn't have used a mega, but I'm just not. I'm not waiting on the next fight for that. And it's over. Moving on. Probably open the next fight with a Mega Elixir on Ayla. Her tailspin isn't that great and kind of miscalculated a bit, but her rock throw is. So we'll use rock throw on the bit. Disgusting. All right, never mind. Oh yeah, I forgot to use my mega. We'll just do that here in a second. Realistically, we actually want to take down it'll be fine. We don't need to worry too much about it. Grandstone. Maybe we should worry a little bit. Oh yeah, especially because Megas just fucking died. Yeah. We'll just do this and then get the Mega Elixir and we'll actually do this right this time. Because we do want these two we do want these two bits dead. in particular. Great. Now we don't worry about much more than this. Defense is shut off. I used the wrong attack.
And with a time of 3 hours 8 minutes
That's it.
and 17 seconds and a brushish robot jump scare, that concludes our race today. Thanks again for watching.
Not my best time, but also not my worst. My worst was almost 4 hours, so. All right. That's the game right there. All right. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate your being here, even if you didn't say anything. You know, I don't mind that at all. Just having you around and just even if you're lurking or just watching, you know, just listening even works for me. I appreciate your presence no matter what. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it, I guess. Do we even see those metrics anymore? I don't know. Like, subscribe, comment, etc. I'm going to go to bed. I have work in the morning. See you later.